this? What about that? And how about those? These are all one-variable equations. Previously, we've looked at and solved different one-variable equations. So today, let's review. Here is a one-variable equation. Now, this equation may look a little strange, since on the right side, we have a variable term and a constant. And on the left side, we have another constant. But let's start with the first step to solving an equation. Keep in mind that when solving an equation, we want to get the value that's missing, or the variable, alone on one side of the equation. It doesn't matter which side we pick. The variable can be alone on the right side of the equation or on the left side of the equation. So let's start by taking this constant term to the other side. But first, let's write this equation again. On this side, the term is positive 4. So when we take it to the other side of the equation, it will become negative 4. So 20 minus 4 is equal to 2x, or 16 is equal to 2x. Now remember, we want to get x alone on one side of the equal sign. So let's take this 2 to the other side. Notice that how before 2 was multiplied to x, but when we moved it to the other side of the equal sign, 2 is now dividing. So 8 is equal to x, or the value of x is 8. Now let's look at another example. Here's another equation. Let's start by rewriting this. Now, in order to solve this equation, we have to find the value of the variable, which is a. But what's the first step in solving this equation? Well, we can start by taking this constant term to the other side of the equal sign. So let's do it. As you can see, when we moved negative 7 to the other side of the equal sign, it became positive 7. So we can rewrite this as 30 is equal to 3a. In order to get a alone on this side of the equal sign, let's take 3 to the other side. Here, 3 is multiplying. And so, it will divide when we take it to the other side of the equation. 30 over 3 is equal to a. which gives us a solution of 10 is equal to A, or the value of A is 10. Now, let's look at something a little different. Here's another equation. As you can see, in this equation, a constant is dividing the variable. So we're using the operation of division. In order to solve this equation, let's start by writing it again. Now, let's take this constant term to the other side of the equal sign. Notice that positive 8 became negative 8 when we took it to the other side of the equation. So, 13 minus 8 is equal to R over 7, or 5 is equal to R over 7. Remember that we need to keep R alone on one side of the equal sign. So let's take 7 to the other side. Here, 7 is dividing. So when we take it to the other side of the equation, 7 will multiply. 7 times 5 is equal to R. So 35 is equal to R, or the value of R is 35. Now let's look at a final example. 8 is equal to m over 6 minus 2. Let's start by writing this equation again. Next, let's take this constant term to the other side of the equal sign. Notice how negative 2 became positive 2 when we moved it to the other side of the equation. So 8 plus 2 is equal to m over 6, or 10 is equal to m over 6. We want to keep m alone on one side of the equation. And here, 6 is dividing. So if we take it to the other side of the equation, 6 times 10 is equal to n. So 60 is equal to m, or the value of m is 60.